See. Okay, now grid view events. So in our earlier session we saw how to bind the data to a grid view. So suppose if I want to add a data to a grid view or delete the data from a grid view or update the data from a grid view. All these operations can be possible with the help of the following events. We have 5 events. So on row canceling edit event, on row editing event, on row updating event, on row canceling edit event, and on row deleting event. These are the different types of events that we are going to work with grid view so that we can change the data structure, or we can update the data, or we can insert the data, or we can delete the data at runtime. These operations can be possible with the help of these events. Okay, now I will show you how practically we'll work with the grid view with the help of these events. Okay, so far generally we simply drag and drop the grid view from the tools control and tools box, and then we can make use of it. But here now it's a time to write a code related to the grid view in design view also. Means we have to provide a definitions for this, and this definitions, we have to provide events for this. These events will be raised whenever we click on this or something, whenever we are intended to do some operations. All these things will be mm, done with the help of our grid view. So what I'm going to do is I would like to create a new class file, it's web form. So I'd like to name it as grid view events example. The grid view events example. For this, what I'm going to do is generally we took grid view normally, right? So I want to go to the toolbox, and whenever toolbox has a data section, in the data section I would like to choose grid view. This is my grid view. So this is the plain format. Once go to the source of this grid view, and there are multiple things that we have to set in this grid view. Multiple things means I'll write each and everything. Just you can keep follow. Run at equal to server. These are common, and we have to change this ID. Generally, by going to properties, we are changing ID, right? So here I'm using GV. Suppose I want to bind an employee details, so that I can use like this GV details, and as well as here data key names equal to. So we have a two, whenever we are going to deal with an employee information. So just to navigate here. So we have employee ID, I think we have an employee name, and we have designation and as well as qualification. All these details are available for us. Let us open the employee table. Select the star from TBL employee. Okay, these are the employee details which we have. So now what I'm going to do is I want to provide data key names is nothing but which is a reference for particular row. So in order to get a reference, generally usually we will give primary keys in data key names column, and the primary key names and as well as name, because one is enough if you want to make it so perfect. Then we can make use of data key names and as well as primary key and as well as next unique key which we are going to use. So here we have our primary key. Go to this section, scroll. This is our primary key. Our primary key is emp id. Just you can provide emp id here. Data key name is equal to emp id comma, and one more is name. So this is also unique as so far, so that when you match these two means with these two means, automatically our data will be, I think, in a perfect mode. So here we have one more property, run it equal to server. This is a casual that you know, and here auto generate columns. Auto generate columns equal to false. So auto generate columns equal to false, which means that false, which means that generally, like you know, whenever we are selecting a query select the start from table employee, what it will display means it displays all the columns. It displays all the columns. If we have 10 columns, 10 columns will be displayed. If we have 5 columns, only 5 columns will be displayed. But when you make auto generate columns equal to false means it won't display any column. Whatever the column that we want, that we will display in our application. So generally is active is coming, but I don't want to display is active. So at this point of times, we can make use of auto generate columns, so that whenever we are using auto generate columns, no columns will be displayed. These columns display will be done according to our declaration. Okay. So now auto generated columns equal to false. That is the reason where we will put auto generated columns equal to false. Now we will provide header styles. Header style bag color means background color. We will give some contrast colors, so that visibility purpose this is good for us. This is a kind of a style, you know, 161A 6 FB. This is a kind of style, a kind of yellow background, like a dark color yellow background or something, violet kind of thing. So for this we use this, and show footer. So bottom also we have to provide a condition, like if you make it true means automatically our footer will be displayed here. So make it to true, show footer true, and as well as header style font bold, so that you can header style in header font bold equal to true, right? So and then we have a header style for color, header style for color equal to, will give white as a header style for color, and as well as here our events are going to be started. So on row we have I displayed 5 events, right? On row canceling edit, this is an event. So just you can write this one, and when you are giving double quotes, then automatically you get something, create a new event. Just select that and click on enter. Automatically that event will be generated for us. Okay, and this event will be generated in our .cs file also, aspx.cs file also. Okay, and next event is on row deleting. So on row deleting. So once on row deleting is done, and we have one more event, that is nothing but on row, similar kind of event, on row editing. on row editing, okay, and on row updating. This is on row updating, and then on row command, on row command, okay. So these are the different things which we have to provide under grid view, okay. So in this grid view, we have to discuss a few more things. We have templates in grid view, okay. First template is nothing but item template. Next is edit item. So what does a template means? See, we set auto generate columns equal to false. When we set auto generate columns is false, so all these columns will not be displayed for us. In order to display those columns, we can make use of our own query. Okay, what is that query means? Whether we have to display the columns or not. So generally we can call it as, we can declare the columns. In that column section we will provide what are the columns that we are looking for, so that those columns will be displayed for us and we can do our own operations. Okay, we will call it as a, we will call this as the template field. Okay, so we have a tag that is called a template field. In this template field we are going to provide, we are going to display all the kind of information. Edit item template means if you are going to click on edit button, then automatically edit item template will be enabled for us. Okay, so and as well as we have edit item template, and as well as we have a footer template. Whenever we are going to click on footer, so we have a footer template. Footer template will be available for us. So which means that in this footer also we'll provide all the required things which are required for us. Okay. So edit item means when you click on edit button, then automatically that will be enabled. When you click on footer related button, then automatically it will be enabled. So in this we have to declare a columns, and what are the columns are required, that we will specify in the grid view itself. Okay. Let me come to the design part. Here we have to provide our design things. Okay. So this is a grid view. Here we can start our code. So columns, we will provide a columns. So in this ASP template field. So this is our template field. Now we can start write whatever the things that we want. Okay. Suppose if I click on this edit item template, means editing time, what we are required, what it is required, those things are displayed here. So I'll take two buttons. One button is for edit and one button is for delete. Okay. ASP button ID equal to btn edit, okay, text equal to edit, and run it equal to server. Here I make use of command name. So my command name is, I would like to provide as an update as an command name. Command name equal to update. Okay. If you want to, you can provide tooltip also. Okay. So like that I can provide one button itself. And I would like to take one more button. So suppose if a user clicks on edit button, if they don't want to click on, what we call the, uh, if they are not interested to do edit, Then we will provide one cancel button beside of that edit button that we can. So this is about btn cancel. And cancel tooltip also cancel. These are the two buttons which I am going to provide at edit item template. Okay. So now it is a time for item template. So in item template, whatever we have, all the things will be listed in item template. So now come to the item template. So this code, I would like to copy this code because I want to repeat the same thing in item also. Means button structures. Item template. For this, in item template means this is the normal view. So in item template we are going to provide like few options. One is edit and other is delete. Here when we click on edit, then only these two buttons will be appear. When you click on if it is a normal grid means we have to provide two things. One is an edit and other is an delete. Okay, here I want to change the name to edit. So that I can copy the same thing here. This is btn edit. You can make it as a btn update, so that the differentiation will be very clear for us. And for this command name delete, so I can make use of this as a delete and this as a delete. Likewise my item template will be designed. Okay, so now I want to make use of a footer template. So footer template, this is my thing. So here also I required few things. So what is that few thing is, if I want to add any rows which are related to this, so I can provide one of the button. In that button I would like to display some content, that is nothing but add new user or something, so that automatically a new user will be going to be added at the footer, so that respective template will be created. See, ASP button. So I would like to copy the earlier existing one. Yeah. btn add. Okay. So I'd like to give command name as add new. Here also I'd like to provide add new user. Tooltip also I'll provide add new user. In this way, we have edit item template and item template, and as well as photo template. So now the template section will be completed. Now it's the time for give each and everything. Whatever the columns that we have now, all the columns we have to specify. So for this, ASP template field, header text equal to, so header text equal to, so for example I want to give it as an ID. Next, see, suppose this is my data. Okay, this is my data. So if you observe, this means either we can update this column or this column or this column, but we can't update this column. Why? Because empid is the primary key can't be updated at any scenarios. Means there should be unique, and you should not update anything for the primary key column. So means that is a reference for our row. If you want to update means you can update with the rest of the columns only. This is a primary funda. Consider a scenario: if you joined into your college, your registration number will continue till exit of your college. Similarly, this primary key will not change. So we can change the rest of the columns on the basis of your primary key column. So now I displayed, EMP ID, and then I have to display few more things. So whatever the things that I want to display, all the things will be placed in my edit item template. Yes. So this is my template field. So in my template field, I will provide what are the columns that is required for us. Right. Template field I provided. So my template field is okay for me. So now I can make use of edit item template.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So in this edit item template, what are the fields that are available with this edit item? I will provide this in this edit item template. So ASP, so for example label, and as well as I would like to provide ID for this. Equal to LPL edit EMP run at equal to server, and text equal to, here we have one function, that function name is called eval. Okay, so eval is nothing but whenever we are going to bind a data from the database with the help of a grid view, we can make use of this function. I can show you how we are going to use this. So like this you can press base, and you can use equal to, and then eval of, you can provide whatever the thing that you want. I want to display here name. So whatever the column name that is there in database, same column name that you have to provide here itself. My column name is name, so same I will provide here itself. Okay. So next I would like to close this one. Means whatever the edit item template, all the edit item template information will be placed here itself. Okay. So next, my edit item information is placed here. Now what my thing is, I have to extend this for remaining templates, right? So my edit item is okay for me. Next is edit user. So whenever we are going to edit in user, this will be happen. Next, item template. In item template, what we are going to display, all the things will be displayed here itself. Okay. So this is my item template. Here also I can take one item template. In this item template I can make use of same label, but I would like to give a different name. Different name in the sense, because I want to differentiate this one. So just I will provide item EMP ID. So here I can make use of EMP ID. So give the as it is name. So here also I would like to provide. So